I'm going to create a bar chart using Excel. I will use some of the best practice principles to change the default settings in Excel to meet our best practices that we just reviewed. So here I have my data. I have my answer column and the number column connected to each answer. And I have already filtered them to go from lowest to highest to ensure that our graph shows the lowest on the left-hand side and the highest number on the right-hand side. So from here I'm going to highlight my data and I'm going to insert a bar chart. And there's all different types of bar charts that Excel offers, but really we're just looking for the most simple one, and that's this first one here. And then I'm going to add in chart elements, it'll be a data label on the outside end. Now that I have a number connected to each category, I no longer need this vertical axis over here. It's not really providing any new information. So I'm going to highlight that and just delete it. Same idea with these grid lines. They're just there. They're not helping us interpret the data easier. It's really just adding to chart junk. So I'm going to highlight those and delete those as well. Next, I'm going to delete my chart title. We still want a chart title, but we want to add it in a text box so we have a little bit more freedom of how we make that text look. So while I'm clicked on the graph, I'm going to come back to this tab up top and click Insert and click Text Box. Here I'm going to add in the title. We want our title not to be something general, but we want our title to be intentional and describe the main finding of the chart. So for example, I will write volunteers reported that they heard about the program through the ARF website. Okay, so there's my time. I'm going to bring this text box up a little bit. Next, I want to take away the outline and the fill of the graph. So I'm going to click back out on the graph, right click, go to outline and click no outline, go to fill and click no fill. And now you can see that spreadsheet has come through because our graph is no longer filled in with any color, not even white. Now we need to think about how we can use color to get our key findings across. If we're trying to highlight where volunteers heard about ARF, then we will want to use color to help highlight this. So first I want to gray out everything else that's not really the main finding. So I'm going to click on the bars, right click, come to fill and choose a light gray. And that changed all of the colors. And now we want ARF website to stand out. So I'm going to click that, right click again, and fill it. And to be sure that it's the identical blue as other things within our product, I'm going to go into more fill colors. I actually used the color code finder we looked at earlier in the presentation to get the RGB code. To enter in this code, you click the bar like we did, and then we go to more fill colors, and it will bring up the screen, and we have the RGB code, the red, green, and blue numbers. So in this case, R is equal to 6, green is 173, and blue is 228. So this is the exact color that is in the other products and other things that we have to match our color scheme. So now it changes that to blue. And we want to connect this finding to the text in the title with ARF website. So I'm going to highlight that text, and I'm going to select the recent colors. Excel will save the recent colors that you add in there. So I'm going to put that in blue and make it bold. Next, I want to make sure that our data point isn't actually coming up into the title. So I'm going to shrink down my graph just a little bit. I'm not losing the proportion or anything. You can still see that the ARF website had the highest number of people, but it's no longer going up into the same level as the title. Next, we're going to change the style of our text. Stephanie Evergreen's using Corbel as the text for our chart. You can decide what you like best. There's a lot of differing opinions about what types of text to use, but I really do refer to Stephanie Evergreen a lot, so a lot of her suggestions are research-based, and I really do think that they look very nice and professional. So I'm going to find Corbel, and then I'm going to do the same thing for all of the text in here, and here at the bottom as well. So now we have a graph that's ready to be copied and pasted into a report, an infographic, a placemat, or presentation, and it is really using all of those principles. We got rid of the chart junk, we're using color intentionally, and we've put a finding in our title.